Today, we are going to learn about human cardiovascular system. Dear students, if you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Human cardiovascular system consists four-chambered muscular heart, blood vessels, and blood. First, let us see the structure of heart. Heart is mesodermal in origin. That means the organ heart is developed from the mesoderm of embryonic layers. Heart is thick-walled, muscular, and a pulsating organ. Heart is located in the chest region between the two lungs called mediastinum. Now let us see the layers of heart. Heart is double layered, which consists of outer fibrous pericardium and inner serous pericardium. Serous pericardium is again made up of two layers, that is outer parietal layer and inner visceral layer. In this diagram, let us try to observe the layers present in this region. So this is outer fibrous pericardium and this layer is inner serous pericardium. Again, serous pericardium is double layered. It consists an outer parietal layer and inner visceral layer. So between these two layers, a fluid present that is called pericardial fluid. So this fluid reduces friction between the two membranes and allows free movement of the heart. Now, let us see the layers present in the heart wall. So there are three layers present in the heart wall. They are epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. First, let us see the epicardium. The inner visceral layer of the serous pericardium is nothing but the epicardium of the heart wall. Then, so this the middle part, this region is called as, it is the myocardium. And this region is called as endocardium. Now let us see the external structure of heart. Human heart has four chambers. They are right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, and left ventricle. Atria and ventricles are separated by a deep groove called coronary sulcus. The muscular pouch-like projection which present in the each atria is called as auricular appendix. The ventricles are separated by two interventricular grooves. In which coronary artery and their branches are lodged. Now let us see the internal structure of heart. It consists auricles, ventricles, nodal tissues, and aortic arches. Let us see the auricles. Auricles are thin-walled, and they are commonly called as receiving chambers, as they receive blood from different parts of the body. And right auricle is larger than the left auricle. The two atria are separated by a septum called interatrial septum. This septum has a small aperture called as foramen ovale. In the fetal stage, the blood from the right atrium will enter into the left atrium. But at the time of the birth, this oval will closes and it becomes fossa ovalis. So after the childbirth, this small hole will be closed and it becomes fossa ovalis. But sometimes it may not close properly. So this condition is called as patent foramen ovale. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body. Precaval vein receives blood from anterior parts of the body like head, forelimbs and thoracic region. Postcaval vein collects blood from posterior parts of the blood like hind limbs and abdominal organs. The heart also receives blood from myocardium, which is the wall of the heart, through the coronary sinus. Now let us see the different walls present in the right atrium. So here three vessels are opening into the right atrium. They are precaval vein and postcaval vein and coronary sinus. So these three are opened into the right atrium through small openings. So they should be guarded by some walls. So let us see them. Coronary sinus, when enters into the right atrium, it has a valve. The opening is guarded by a valve called the valve of Stebbaceous. Precaval vein opening is guarded by Eustachian valve. In the fetal stage, it directs the blood from the right atrium into the left atrium, but in adults it is rudimentary and non-functional. And the precaval vein opening is not guarded by any valves. Now let us see the left auricle. Left auricle receives blood from lungs by a pair of veins called pulmonary veins. Auricles and ventricles are separated by septums. They are called atrioventricular septums. Each septum has openings. So these are the openings, and these openings are called as, so this opening is called as right atrioventricular aperture, and this opening is called as left atrioventricular aperture, and each opening is guarded by a valve. The valve present in the right atrioventricular aperture is called as tricuspid valve. Left atrioventricular aperture is guarded by a valve called bicuspid valve. Now in this video, let us see the working of the tricuspid valves and the bicuspid valves. Now, ventricles. Ventricles are thick-walled and they are commonly called as pumping chambers. Ventricles are separated by interventricular septum. Wall of the left ventricle is thicker than the right ventricle. Inner surface of the ventricle is raised, and these are called as columnae corneae. Some of these ridges are bigger in size and which are in conical shape, and these conical shape larger side ridges are called as papillary muscles. Papillary muscles are connected to cord-like collagenous processes which are called as chordae tendineae. So these processes connects the papillary muscles with the valves. Nodal tissues. A specialized cardiac musculature is called as nodal tissues. They are also called as pacemaker of the heart. Nodal tissues are two in number. They are sinoatrial node or SAN, atrioventricular node or AVN. The first nodal tissue, sinoatrial node, is situated in the right atrium, upper corner of the right atrium, near the opening of the precaval vein. The second nodal tissue, atrioventricular node, is situated in the lower corner of the right atrium, posterior-inferior region of the inner atrial septum. A bundle of nodal fibers will arise from atrioventricular node and continues into the interventricular septum, and they are called as bundle of Fish or atrioventricular bundles. These bundles will divide into right and left branches, and these branches give rise to small fibers, and these fibers will extend into walls of the ventricles, and these fibers are called as Purkinje fibers. Aortic arches. So these are the blood vessels which arise from the heart, and they are two in number. The first one is pulmonary arch and the second one is systemic arch. Systemic arch arises from the left ventricle and carries the oxygenated blood and supplies this blood to different parts of the body through its branches. So there is a opening where the systemic arch arises from the left ventricle and it is guarded by a valve called aortic valve. Pulmonary arch arises from right ventricle and carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Its opening is guarded by a valve called pulmonary valve. Each valve is made up of with three semilunar flaps. A fibrous strand called ligamentum arteriosum which contact the systemic arc and the pulmonary arc. So this is the remnant of ductus arteriosus.